So for those who's been following me since the first day that I started reading this manual for the New York Motor Vehicle Commission, probably aware that you need to go back to the first chapter and follow in order so you can understand what we're doing here, okay? I'm just trying to help people that probably don't have time to read at home and on the way to work. You know, sometimes a lot of us take a bus, take trains, and it's usually 1-2 hours. And it's kind of hard to read while the train or the buses are moving. It might do brain damage, your eyes. So I hope this is very helpful to you. You can put the earplugs and listen. I hope you understand my English. Okay. Car condition. It is responsibility of all vehicles owners to ensure that their vehicles are in proper working condition. Always check your vehicle before driving and prevent problems with regular maintenance and care. Backup lights. When driver in reverse, backup lights should be on. These must be checked to make sure they are in working order. Note, it is against New Jersey law to have any backup lights on vehicles while a vehicle is moving forward. Okay, brakes. A motorist should be able to brake smoothly and quickly if the vehicle pulls to one side when it stops. A motorist feels a taut pedal or hears an unusual squealing and grinding. The brakes must be checked with conventional disc and drum brakes. A motorist should pump them gently after driving through water to test them and dry them out. If the brakes are hit hard, they could lock up. A motorist should be able to stop within 25 feet at 20 miles per hour. This can be tried in an empty parking lot. Chalk marks can be made on the surface to see if the vehicle can stop within the distance. If a vehicle has an anti-lock braking system, ABS, the brakes can be tested by applying steady pressure to the brake pedal. A motorist should never pump an ABS or jerk the steering wheel when braking. A motorist should never pump an ABS or jerk the steering wheel when braking. On very soft surfaces, such as loose gravel or unpacked snow, an ABS system may lengthen stopping distance. In wet or slippery conditions, a motorist should still drive carefully, always keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front, and maintain a speed consistent with the road conditions. Brake lights. If a vehicle brake lights are not working, someone may crash into the vehicle from the back. A motorist should have someone help to check the brake lights. Replace broken lights covers. They might cause glare that affects the motorist in back. Headlights. Bright and dim lights must work and be properly aligned. A motorist can check them against the garage wall or on parked vehicles. Lights should be kept clean. Another motorist flash their lights while another motorist's lights are on the low beam. It could be the lights are out of line. Horn. A horn should not be overused, but a motorist should check it often to make sure it works. Use the horn to signal when passing, when coming out of blind alley, curve, or driveway, or to warn another motorist of a potentially dangerous situation. Steering. On straight level roads, A vehicle should hold a straight course. The front end should not vibrate, shiny. The steering should respond to a motorist's turns without too much play in the steering wheel. Tail light. Always keep tail and side light in working order. They signal other motorists in the dark and prevent crashes. Tires. If a motorist feels or hears any unusual thumping while driving, she should check the tires. Bumps, cuts, or bad tread can cause blowouts. Tire pressure should be checked often, especially when tires are cold. A motorist should check the owner's manual or the door jamb of the driver door to determine proper tire pressure, or should ask for advice at a service station. Properly inflated tires save money in fuel consumption. A vehicle should not be driven with tires that have less than 1/16 inch of tread about the edge of a penny. To hold on the road properly, tires must match, do not mix radials with other tire types, and must have enough tread. Turn signals. A motorist should be able to hear the clicking and see the light arrows of turn signals flashes on the dashboard. If the turn signals do not work, they must be fixed as soon as possible. A motorist should use hand signals until the turn signal is repaired. Windshields. Check or chips in a windshield could cause the windshield to break. Causing a dangerous condition, broken windshields should be repaired or if appropriate, replaced. A windshield should always be clean inside or out. Windshield wipers should always work. A motorist can use non-freezing spray to stop windshield icing. The New Jersey law prohibited tinting on windshields and front side windows. Snow and ice. State of law requires a motorist to remove snow or ice from the vehicle before driving it. If snow or ice dislodges from a moving vehicle, it could strike another vehicle or pedestrian, causing injury or property damage. A motorist is required to make all reasonable efforts to remove accumulated ice or snow from the exposed surfaces of his or her motor vehicle prior to driving it, including the hood, trunk, roof, and windshield. Any person who violates the law is subject to fines of $25 to $75 regardless of person who violates this law is subject to fines regardless of person who violates this law, whether any snow or ice is dislodged from the vehicle. If dislodged snow or ice causes injury or property damage, fines up to $1,500 may be assessed. Carbon monoxide poisoning. The Rosa-Bonilla Family Act requires the Motor Vehicle Commission to educate motorists about the dangers of carbon monoxide poisoning from motor vehicles and techniques for the safe operation and proper maintenance of a motor vehicle. Carbon monoxide, CO, is an odorless, colorless gas that is present in a vehicle's exhaust. Modern vehicles are required with pollution controls that greatly reduce the amount of CO that is emitted from the tailpipe. However, certain conditions can cause dangerous level of CO to accumulate in or around the vehicle with potential fatal results. These conditions can include operating a vehicle with exhaust leak or poorly turned engine, operating a vehicle with the trunk or rear tailgate open, operating a vehicle with holes in the body of the vehicle, idling a vehicle in a garage or confined space, even the outside garage door open, operating a vehicle with a tailpipe that is blocked by debris, including snow, leaves, or water. Some of the most common symptoms of CO poisoning are listed below. It is important to understand that CO can kill even before any of these symptoms are noticed. Headaches, dizziness, loss of consciousness, nausea, vomiting, chest pain, confusion. If you suspect that someone is suffering from CO poisoning, it is important to immediately remove that person from the source of the CO and call 911. For immediate medical attention, if you are in a vehicle, turn off the engine. Get out of the vehicle as soon as it is safe to do so, and try to get the victim to breathe fresh air while you wait for help. Starting a parked car. Before getting into a vehicle, look both behind it and in front of it. There are blind spots. Once a motorist is behind the wheel, children might be there. There also may be bottles, cans, bicycles, or other things that cannot be seen from the driver's seat. Steering checklist. All windows should be clean and nothing should block a motorist's vision. The seat must be adjusted so a motorist can reach all pedals and controls easily. For most motorists, the seat might be adjusted so she is sitting an arm length from steering wheel. Inside and outside reviewer mirrors should be adjusted. Seat belts and shoulder harness should be fastened so that they are firm and comfortable. The vehicle should be parked in neutral gear and the parking brake should be set. Doors should be locked. A motorist should keep good posture while driving. The seat should be adjusted so that the motorist can reach the foot pedals easily. The motorist should be comfortable behind the wheel. She should not have to strain to reach the gear shift levels, turn signals, or dashboard controls. A motorist is properly positioned when she can see clearly and can glance to the rear. If a motorist wears glasses, she should adjust them. More than 95% of the information motorist needs is visual. To fight glare at night, colored lenses should be avoided as they distort color. Any reflective coating should be used on lenses. We continue. This will help eliminate internal reflections in eyeglasses and may help night driving. A motorist should have an eye checkup every 2 years as a motorist ages. Visual clarity declines and peripheral vision becomes less distinct. For example, a 60-year-old perceives light about a third as well as a 20-year-old. Inside and outside mirrors should be adjusted to reduce blind spots. These are areas where motorists cannot see behind her vehicle or both sides through the mirror. A motorist can check this by turning his head. The outside mirror should be adjusted so that the motorist can see the tip of the driver's side front door handle in the lower right of the mirror. This will allow the motorist to see part of the lanes of traffic to the left and rear of the vehicle. After studying the engine, a motorist should make sure her path is clear by turning and looking back. A motorist should not depend on rear view mirrors. A motorist must also be sure to check the pedestrians and less conspicuous vehicles such as bicycles and mopeds. A motorist should give the proper signal and drive with caution. When on the road, a motorist can check the vehicle's mirrors by letting a vehicle pass on the left. As the passing vehicle disappears from the inside rear view mirror, a motorist should be able to see in front bumper in the outside rear view mirror. Idling your vehicle. New Jersey law requires all motorists to restrict vehicles idling to 3 minutes or less. Idling more than 3 minutes is unnecessary and harmful to your vehicle and your health. Vehicle improper owners faces fine $250 to $1,000 for each violation of the law. There are some specific situations in which a vehicle may idle for an extended time, such as when stuck in traffic or at drive-through establishments, for a complete listing of exceptions. So do not forget, idling stinks and it's against the law. Turn the key and be idly free. Hands position. A motorist's grip on the steering wheel is important. The steering wheel can be thought of as the face of a clock. For normal driving, a motorist should grip the steering wheel by the outside rim at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions, keeping his her thumbs along the face of the wheel. Gripping the steering wheel is described diminishes the risk of hand, wrist, or arm injury if the airbag is deployed. A motorist should never turn the wheel while gripping it from the inside of the rim, hand facing inward. The steering wheel should be held firmly, but not too tight, as steady as possible of the vehicle. Speed increases, both hands should always be kept on the wheel except for the shifting gears of giving hand signals. The motorist should keep the vehicle in the center of the lane that it is traveling on a 2-lane road with traffic coming toward the vehicle. The motorist should keep to the right. Once a motorist feels how the vehicle reacts to steering, she will be ready to practice turning, parking, and other movement. It takes practice to get the feel of steering. If the vehicle has anti-lock, brakes, ABS, the motorist should never violently jerk the steering wheel while braking. Okay, so we are going to continue with the next video to help us, okay?